Welcome. Today I have a little more vigorous practice planned, so you just want to follow along. They would say that the focus might be hip openers, but hopefully we're really going to get an all around good feeling, good workout, good stretching. So just keep breathing, and if you need to, come rest in child's pose. I think it's very important that we all just honor where we're at, and if it's too much, take a break. No need to feel bad. And then if you want more, I'll try to offer more. So, we're all just kind of like where we're at, doing our thing. The goal, though, right, to remember to breathe, so that we can remember to breathe in real life, right, when we get off of the mat. So, see if I can move some of these critters, and we'll go ahead and start in a seated position, and go ahead and connect to your breath. So let's take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the nose. In through the nose and out. And if you'd like to connect to an Ujjayi breath, go ahead and constrict the back of the throat a little bit, so when you breathe in and you breathe out, it sounds like the ocean. So there'll be a little bit of sound to it. So if you're not hearing that when you're practicing, it's a reminder, you need to breathe. All right, let's bring our hands to our heart center. Go ahead and set an intention. It could be any word that resonates with you. And then when you're ready, we'll meet in tabletop. So wrists under the shoulders, and then the hands are going to be very active. You have the toes curled under or flat, and we're going to do some rounds of cat-cow and open up the spine. So inhale into a cow. You're pointing your tailbone up to the sky, heart to the sky, and then exhale to a cat. Arching. Inhaling. And exhaling, cat. One more round. You're gonna meet back in neutral. So if your toes aren't curled under, curl them under now. And on the exhale, press back into downward dog. Keep the knees bent a whole bunch, and look between your hands. Make sure that they're bright and active and pressing firmly. Really press into that mat and get length through your spine. Sit bones as high as you can get them to the sky, and then maybe you straighten your legs. Breathing in and out. 2 more rounds. Last round, breathe in and out. Bend your knees a whole bunch, and on the exhale, step to the front of your mat. Inhale, look forward, and then exhale, fold all the way. Inhale, your arms all the way to the top, and exhale to heart center. Great. Inhale your arms up, and then grab your left wrist with your right hand and bend to the right. If you'd like, you can look under that left arm, or if your neck's bothering you, just look down. Inhale to the top. Now we're going to grab our right wrist with our left hand and bend all the way over to the left. Breathing And then inhale to the top. And exhale, fold all the way over. Inhale, halfway, look up. And then exhale. Go ahead and ragdoll here. You can grab opposing elbows and just let the head hang heavy. Keep a little micro bend in your knees, or keep them bent a whole bunch. Inhale, halfway, and go ahead and walk yourself out to a plank. Inhale at the top of the plank here. Exhale, 2 more breaths. Really pulling up through that belly button, strong in the shoulders, and then we're gonna exhale, knees, chest, chin. And if you'd like, clasp your hands behind your low back and take a look at your shoulders. And if they're, pitching forward, go ahead and roll them onto your back. And then as you're doing this, we're going to straighten the arms. A little back bend. Breathing in and out. And pulling my hands away to help lift my chest. And if you want, lift your feet. And then exhale, come all the way down and rest. Breathing. And come on up again, and we're gonna have our elbows under our shoulders, and we're in a Sphinx now. And we're inhaling our chest bright, shoulders back. I'm using my elbows to help do this, and her helping me pull forward a little bit to open. If you like to do some neck rolls here, that sometimes feels nice. Just be gentle. And then come all the way down. And we're going to clasp the hands again. And if, clasp the way that feels weird this time. So the opposite way. And we're going to roll our shoulders up and back before we do anything. And then on the inhale, lift the chest, lift the arms, the legs. Keep the neck long. Don't be like throwing your head back, really crunching. You just kind of want to. And then come back down. Hands under the shoulders. Inhale to plank. Exhale to downward dog. 3 breaths here. Inhale into the back of the heart. And exhale. 2 more rounds of breath. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, walk, jump, whatever, to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway look up. Exhale, hold. Inhale, bend your knees. Lift your arms. Chair. Breathing. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, back to plank. Here, lower all the way. And we're gonna do a baby cobra here. So without just like overusing our arms to jerk ourselves up into a back bend, mainly just not gonna use any arms. And just lift up on your inhale. And just can't come up as high as you can with a natural strength and natural breath. One more breath in. Great. Exhale, lower all the way down. Hands under the shoulders. Inhale into plank. Exhale into downward dog. Breathing. Okay, go ahead and raise your right leg all the way up into the sky. Hips are square. And then inhale, knee to nose. Exhale, extend. 2 more times. Inhale, knee to nose. Exhale, extend. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, inhale, step all the way through. So we're here in this lunge. And we're gonna inhale, draw everything together, engage the glutes, and then exhale, this little micro expansion. So moving this way and this way. But just real lightly, just like a micro movement to help focus on the breath here for a minute. So inhale, slight lift. Exhale, expand. Inhale, expand. Left heel pressing back. Inhale, and drop that left knee. And we'll come into half splits. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, fold. Breathing into the back of the heart. Exhaling, chin forward, just a little bit longer. And then inhale, come forward, back into our lunge again. Step that right leg back into plank. Go ahead and chaturanga. Upward dog. And inhale and exhale. Press into downward dog. Inhaling. Exhaling. 2 more rounds of breath. Lift that left leg into the sky, hips square. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. Extend. Inhale, last time. And extend. And then inhale all the way forward to lunge. So we're here in this lunge position, and we're going to inhale, squeeze everything together, and then exhale, slight expansion. Inhaling, exhale, right heel back towards the back of the room. Inhaling, exhaling. Go ahead and drop that right knee. We'll come into half splits. Inhale, chin forward, and then exhale, fold. Two more rounds of breath. Come all the way forward. Bring that leg back. Plank. We'll go ahead and lower all the way to the earth. And we're going to grab, if we can, our ankles. And if this isn't possible, then just grab the wrist and either here, or just safely doing back bends. So it's super safe when you're on your tummy. So, all right. And so if you can grab your ankles, then we're going to inhale, kick, and lift. And breathe. I always find I get a little lower on the exhale, and then on the inhale I get a little more lift, heart opening, and then exhale. One more, inhale, and then exhale all the way down. Great, just rest for a minute breathing. And we're going to do our hands under our shoulders. Press into plank. Exhale into downward dog. Breathing in and out. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, walk, hop, jog in front of your mat. Inhale, halfway look up. Exhale, fold. And we're gonna spread our feet a little bit if they don't already have space between them. Maybe even closer to the outside of the mat. Scoot back. And squat. If you need to come all the way up and come down first, that's easier, please do that. Pressing my thighs into my knees, and at the same time, my elbows into my knees, the thighs into my knees, yeah. To really get this, otherwise it, kind of fall in. Really want it to be bright, heart opening, and it's hard because it feels opposing, right? You gotta really try to lift that heart up and out. Okay, so you can let go of the prayer, and this is my left hand. I'm gonna bring it out to the side, and my shoulder, I'm gonna make sure it's secure and rolled back into place, and then a little twist. If you'd like to come around, if you know the bind, feel free. If not, this is lovely. Okay, come back to center. And we're in my right hand out to the side here. And open. If you'd like to bind. Back to center. Okay. Let's come halfway, look up, and then exhale, fold all the way over. Breathing. And then always just have a little micro bend in your knees so you're not hyperextending. And then we're gonna inhale, arms up. Exhale, heart center. So we're going to do a little bit of a back bend. Here, inhale, heart open. Reaching up and back just a little bit. And then exhale, fold over. Inhale, halfway look up. And then step into plank. Lower the knees. Lower all the way down. Now, go ahead and bring your left elbow under your left shoulder, and it's kind of like coming in. I'm just kind of hanging out here. but I feel secure at this right angle thing going on. And reach around with your right arm for your right foot and bring it forward for a thigh stretch. If you need to turtle. Alright, and release that. And we're going to switch sides. So create your little stand, elbow under shoulder. You got this nice little right angle going on. I'm also pulling my shoulder back so it's not, you know, leaning forward. I want integrity. And then reach back. So one of the things I've been taught, and this has been helpful for me, is sometimes to get into some of these positions, we kind of like, we have to come out of alignment, so to say, or, you know, so you're just kind of like, you know, really kind of like leaning off really to just grab a hold of it. Like it would be much harder to stay like this, and, you know, maybe I'm not the best. Hopefully you can experiment and see what I mean. Like you can, it's just easier, and then bring it all back into square, into alignment. Think about your shoulders so that you're protected. And whew, breathe through that thigh stretch. And release. Sphinx, one more time for some neck rolls. Make it feel good. Okay. Press ourselves back up, but we're just gonna kind of come back and then roll over here. And I'm gonna get sturdy seat, sort of the flesh from the seat, what do you say? And I'm gonna press my hands very firmly about under my shoulders, and at the same time lift my heart up. It feels almost like my hands are barely touching, but there's this very big action happening, and I'm working very hard to have this lift, as well as my toes are flexed, and then my heels are digging in, kind of pulling back towards me. There's a micro bend in my knee, and all that's doing is just activating my legs so that they're nice and strong, so I'm not just stretching without strength. So here we are, and then keeping a bend in your knees, keeping as much bend in your knees, coming forward so that your torso stays touching your thighs. If you, this may be it, this may be it, this may be it, you know, I don't know, you know, that's what's so important. We have to decide, you know, where we're at, and we have to love where we're at. That's a beautiful thing. And then as long as you're safely engaged, you can go ahead and round and fold forward. Breathing and exhaling. Okay, inhale, come back up. And we're gonna do logs of fire. I think this is a great one. Okay, so here I have part of a triangle going on. That's what it looks like. And this leg is further out than like right at my seat. And then I'm gonna bring my other leg, and you may need a pillow to put right here. This is a very intense stretch for right here, for your outer thigh. Keep your feet flexed to protect your knees, flexed and like pulling into you slightly. So if you need the cushion, get it. Hands on your feet. Push your feet into your hands and your hands into your feet. And that creates very active. Lift your chin, inhale, and then feel free to hold as much as you'd like. Or stay here, or stay with your pillow. It's all good. Breathing into that hip, it can be so sensational. If you need something to keep you connected with the breath and out of so much sensation, maybe breathe into the back of the heart and then exhale, release. And focus on that. Breathing into the back of the heart and release. Okay, you can come back up. And we're going to switch sides. You can kind of lean back. And so it's my right one now that's on bottom. And I'm kind of getting it set up so I can see that when I bring this one on top now, and get your pillow if you need right for under your knee so that you feel secure, you want to be able to breathe through it. And you know, we're all just trying to achieve that right amount of sensation. You know, you don't want too much or not enough, right? So, all right. So when I look down, I know you can't see, but when I look down, there's a triangle. It looks, you know, like a, I don't know, looks really, really close to a triangle. So if you're not seeing that, if you're too close like this, then it's not going to be, you're not going to get quite the intensity, which maybe that's a good thing. All right, hands into your feet, press feet into hands, hands into feet. They're flexed, shoulders rolling back, chin lifted. So it's just real, I'm thinking about my spine and this real nice length. And then on the exhale, go ahead and fold over as much as feels comfortable for you today. We'll just be here for a few rounds of breath. All right, go ahead and inhale, come on out. And lean back and do those legs. I'm gonna do a Baddha Konasana. So go ahead and bring your feet together and start with your soles completely touching. And come back here, bring your hands behind you, and then lift. I mean, maybe even lift your butt up a little bit, maybe even scoot forward a little bit. Really lengthen the spine, lift in the chest, shoulders back. Okay, and now come back to your feet, and if you'd like, you can open them like a book. But my teacher always said, keep the binding. I love that. I love books, so. All right, keep the binding. And then we're gonna do a little flow down. So we're gonna inhale, chin forward, and as we exhale, kind of round and drop. And then inhale, rounding up. Exhale, chin forward, going deeper. Inhale, round up. Exhale, chin forward, chest forward, and dropping. Inhaling, rounding up. And then exhale, come forward to a place that feels sensational. Seems like the word today. And breathe. And you can bring action here as well with your feet pressing together, and then as well as not only pressing together but pulling, kicking, like I'm kicking myself in the butt, and it just creates some very activeness. Anyway, inhale, come all the way up. You're going to do Janu Shirshasana. So you're going to left leg out, kind of at an angle, and then the right leg kind of more seated, kind of hugged in. So we're going to have a kitty fight. It's okay, girls. All right, lift. My hands are on opposing sides of my left leg, and I'm going to gently use them to twist to the left. I'm not going to crank, just gently, so I could maintain it if I let go. And then I'm going to fold, basically I'm thinking of folding my belly button over my leg here, so. And you can have this left arm out here as kind of a guide to kind of help keep you twisting. Chin long, spine long. And then when you're ready, you can drop your head. Inhale back up. We're going to switch. Bringing this one in now. Left leg in. Right leg out. Hands on opposing sides. This little twist. And then exhale, fold over, chin long. And this just helps keep your spine long. So if I do this, everything kind of just, but if I keep my spine long, or my chin lifted, then it helps keep my spine long. There you go, that's what I'm trying to say. And when you're ready, you can fold all the way. Inhale, back up. And let's go ahead and roll all the way onto our backs. Hug the knees in. Roll around if it feels nice. And then we're going to drop the left foot. We're going to raise our right leg high in the air. And if you have a belt and you want to wrap it around right here and hold on, that's great. But what's happening right here is I'm pushing it down, resetting that hip down into the earth. And I'm breathing. If you want to straighten your left leg, you can. And you're doing the splits, like think about this energy really splitting away from each other, and at the same time, this right hip drawing down into the earth. Inhale, crunch into your shin. And on the exhale, maybe bring that leg a little bit further down with you. Shoulders are on the ground. And then exhale, release. And you should feel a difference between your right and your left side. That right leg's longer now, right? All right. So go ahead and bring your left knee in and press it out. Really draw that left hip
down into the earth. If you like to extend that right leg, really lengthen it out along the floor. Inhale, crunch into that left shin. And exhale, lower everything back down. Shoulders, head. And then go ahead and release that leg. Let's do a happy baby. So grab your feet on the outsides of your feet and just draw what you can down along the outside of your body. And roll around if you want. Don't if it doesn't feel good. Okay, from here, go ahead and wrap your arms around your shins so you're in a little ball, and take a deep breath in. And when you can't hold it anymore, release into Shavasana.
So, make any adjustments to your Shavasana that you need to make so that you feel comfortable. It's a wonderful time to let the whole practice sink in and really just focus on giving yourself to the floor and letting it all go. I will be here to guide you out in a moment. Let's begin to wake the body back up. Now, if you're at home and you can just stay in Shavasana and absorb healing, do that. Otherwise, wiggle the fingers and the toes. You can roll to one side or the other. And use your hands and push yourself back up to seated. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Namaste.